Auto Accident Help Desk is a marketing agency connecting callers with attorneys. Providers pay a fee for advertising services.
I love getting my kids ready and driving them to school.
But a careless driver can change your life in an instant, and insurance companies want to settle on the cheap. Auto Accident Help Desk connects victims with powerful lawyers. They fight for you.
I called Auto Accident Help Desk and got help for my pain and suffering.
Don't let an insurance company take advantage of you. Our attorneys fight and beat big insurance every day.
Call 800-297-9766. 800-297-9766.
If you've been injured in an automobile accident in the last 6 months, you owe it to yourself to make this free call with no obligation. We're available 24/7 to help you get the money you deserve for your pain and suffering. Auto Accident Help Desk helps accident victims like you every day.
Call 800-297-9766. 800-297-9766. 800-297-9766.
The Turnpike Sports Book Report.
The Turnpike Sports Book Report is brought to you by BorgataSports.com. Your favorite casino is now your favorite sportsbook. Available anywhere in New Jersey, BorgataSports.com. Sign up at BorgataSports.com using our promo code PIKE, that's P-I-K-E. Make your first wager of $20 or more and you'll get $100 in free bets. That's $100 in free bets when your first wager on Borgata Sports is $20 or more. Get into the action with BorgataSports.com. Must be 21 years or older and in New Jersey to place a bet. Terms and conditions apply. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Welcome to another edition of the Turnpike Sports Book Report, where we discuss the news and notes from the sports books around the country. We've got national and state sports betting reports, legislation, launch updates, as well as a whole bunch of deals to talk about. But I think this week we are going to start talking numbers.
And I understand some records have been set.
September was a good month for records.
All right.
We have, and I'm going to start off with the state of Iowa. Iowa set a couple records in the month of September. State handle record of $210.4 million. That's total handle. That's a record.
Wow.
Previous monthly record was $161.4 million set back in March.
Boy, they smashed it.
Yeah, no, that was a good jump from 72 to 108. That's about maybe a 30% jump, maybe more.
Yep.
Let's see. They also had two other records which were kind of interesting: a record mobile handle and a record retail handle. You don't normally hear too many retail handles being set anymore, except maybe the places where mobile betting is not prevalent. A record mobile handle of $186.5 million.
Okay. In
the month of September. Previous record was set back a couple months back. The total handle was $210.4 million. 88.6 of that was the mobile handle. So that corresponds with the record-setting level of $186.5 million.
Okay. Yeah, they're getting closer to 90% mobile handle, huh?
Yeah.
Interesting.
They also had a retail revenue record set. The retail sportsbooks generated $4.2 million of the state's $5.7 million revenue.
Okay.
That's a huge amount of revenue coming in from the retail books. One of the reasons for it can be explained by the low hold, the win rate. For the month of September, they had a 2.72% win rate, which is very low.
Yeah,
very
that's
low.
Amazing.
They actually had, while they did set a record in all those other categories, mobile, total, handle, and also retail, they also were the lowest hold percentage in any state this year.
Interesting.
That's kind of a balancing act for that.
Wait, a lot of smart bettors in Iowa. I guess they're taking money from the books.
Well, let me tell you, the bettors took money from DraftKings in Iowa. DraftKings came in with a negative $1.9 million in revenue.
Wow. Okay.
So that was kind of an interesting little dichotomy there with that. I've never seen DraftKings come in with that much of a negative revenue. So kind of something to watch in that state.
I was interesting.
I was very interesting. Yeah. It's kind of a very different type of state, especially I think it's more college than pro betting, but again, it's they're setting records and they're doing extremely well with that. As a matter of fact, Iowa just got a new sports book.
Oh, okay.
Circus Sports. Before I move on to some other numbers, Circus Sports launched in Iowa this past week. They are now in 3 states. Nevada, Colorado, and Iowa.
All right.
So Iowa's got another mobile option.
I'm waiting for them to come to Jersey or Pennsylvania. That'll be fun.
They're expanding little by little, but still, none can beat their retail book in Nevada.
No.
Circus may have the best sports book of everybody.
Sure.
Let's move over to West Virginia and talk about their numbers for a little bit, because they set a record too.
Oh, okay.
They have a revenue record in West Virginia. The revenue was $6.02 million in revenue in September. It's the highest monthly revenue all time in West Virginia. The previous high was $5.68 million in January of this year.
Okay.
I don't know what was going on in West Virginia either, because it looks like the two college sports betting states, Iowa and West Virginia, seem to be setting records in September. I'm assuming it could be a lot of football betting.
No, I did probably.
And one other note with West Virginia, they just reported also their first week in October, $14.3 million in handle. That's not really that much of a story, but with that $14.3 million, they became the 12th state to reach $1 billion in post-PASPA handle.
Wow, okay.
They join, and here's the list. New Jersey, Nevada, Pennsylvania, Illinois, Indiana, Colorado, Michigan, Iowa, Tennessee, Virginia, and Mississippi.
Wow, okay.
So they are the 12th state to hit the $1 billion mark. As a matter of fact, from what I understand, there's a couple states getting closer to the $2 billion mark, too. So that's something to watch coming up.
So that's the next thing we got to watch. Which state hits $2 billion first, right?
Yes.
All
yes. Right. Let's see. Other states reported the numbers: Virginia, Montana, Oregon. And the only reason I bring up Oregon is because of the one sport. And it's fascinating to me. Oregon and Colorado.
Table tennis, right?
Constantly fascinate me with the table tennis industry.
Hey, I don't know. But what is it, number 6 again? It's usually number 6.
Table tennis was the 6th top sport again.
Usually, yeah.
Handle of $1 million.
Boy, Oregon and Colorado, they love their table tennis.
Listen to this. $1 million handle. 12,721 bets, revenue of $53,000, win rate of 5.35%. The number of unique players betting on table tennis was 556, and the average bet was $78.72.
Wow. Okay.
I'm just amazed at the table tennis industry there. It's just kind of wow. I don't get the fascination with the sport.
I tried doing that one time, during the height of the pandemic, and it was streaming. So I took a look at it. I didn't see the players. I just saw the ball going back and forth. The guy one guy had his back to the camera and things like that. So it wasn't like great production value, but I just couldn't get into it.
Well, production value when you're streaming it through an app. If you're sitting there on your phone and you're watching it, is it really...
Someone threw a webcam up there, and that's what I was watching.
The one thing that matters to me, if I'm watching it on my PC, I want kind of better quality. But if I'm watching it on my app and I'm on something really quick that I can just see what's going on, that's actually not a bad way of doing it. Just throw a webcam up and just let them throw that stuff up. I'm sure you're going to start seeing stats for all these different things.
Oh, sure.
I'd love to see the table tennis stat stream.
Yeah,
that's a fast game. That's a very fast game.
A lot of people are betting on it, so they need that information. So but I can't get into it.
Well, let's move on to some launches. I think we just talked about Circus Sports launching in Iowa. We have retail sports betting launching in Louisiana.
Yes.
Betfred.
It's only one place, right?
It's a tribal casino.
Casino. Okay.
The Paragon Casino Resort in Marksville, Louisiana.
All right.
They opened their Betfred Sportsbook, and they had the 3 p.m. local time, October 6th opening.
All right.
By the way, the tribe running the casino is the Tunica Biloxi tribe.
Okay.
And the reason why this is kind of interesting, it's not a commercial casino, so all the commercial casinos in the state are still waiting on regulations to be approved.
Okay. So because they're Native American, they don't apply.
They got the jump on everything. They were able to launch it. They actually have the sportsbook located as part of the Draft Room Sports Bar. That's a very cool name.
I've noticed there are 2 setups for a sportsbook. You have one like the Borgata, which I'm, I'm accustomed to. It's more like a sports bar. It's more like a restaurant. If you walked in, you would think it's a sports bar, but they have TVs everywhere, and then they have windows at the far corner. And then you have the stadium style sports books, where you just have all the TVs, and it's the seats are set up like a stadium. So I think I like the stadium better, but just for kicking back for a burger and a beer, Borgata style is the one for you if you like that stuff.
Actually, it depends on how you're going to be watching it. I mean, if you're just popping in to watch a little bit before moving on to another place, the sports bar style actually works a lot better than stadium seating, I think, anyway, because I get too comfortable in those leather seats in the stadium. Oh, yeah. So I when I want to just pop in, grab a beer, watch the game a little bit, move on to the next place, I like standing up, watching everything, so really it depends on how you're doing the day of watching the sports. If you're going to be there all day, stadium sports seating is kind of better.
Oh, yeah.
Because also with the waitress coming by, the wait staff, I should say, my apologies. But, it really depends on how you're going to be watching everything. We've got also over in Wyoming now, we have a live retail book going live at the Wind River Hotel and Casino in northern Wyoming.
Okay.
Northern Arapaho tribe.
All right.
They also recently signed similar deals, Amelco. This is the sports betting tech company.
Okay.
They have deals with tribal casinos in Michigan, number of casinos in Colorado. Amelco, which is surprising to me, is now live in 7 states.
Wow, okay.
And this is how they describe it, a 360 full-service ecosystem offering sportsbook, retail, iGaming, esports, and complete player account management.
This is Amelco. This is what Amelco does. This is the tech company. Okay.
Yeah, they're the underlying tech to run everything.
Sure.
So they are now live in 7 states with this new access deal with the Wind River Hotel. And let's talk Connecticut. We've been watching this Connecticut sports betting launch kind of for the last month or so, and they finally went live with retail.
Yeah, in
last week.
Both casinos, right?
Yeah.
Foxwoods and Mohegan Sun, right?
And we're going to be looking at 15 retail sports betting locations opened by the Connecticut Lottery. No timetable on when they're going to be. Actually, not even a list of locations.
Okay.
They've talked about them, the Hartford Center.
So for the time being right now, there's Foxwoods, there's Mohegan Sun, and we're waiting for other retail locations throughout the state, meaning like OTB kind of things.
Right.
But mobile is we're still waiting on mobile, right?
Mobile and iGaming.
Okay.
They just announced October 12th would be the beginning of a soft launch. So we're going to see exactly what's going to be launched right away. Again, the normal states, normal time frame with states doing a soft launch is like 3 to 4 days. They're doing a full week. Soft launch begins October 12th. The full launch is going to be, the formal launch, I should say, official launch, however you want to phrase it, is going to be October 19th.
Okay, all right.
And they've got all the mobile sites. Also, I think it's going to be Play Sugar House with the Connecticut Lottery,
which I have on my phone because I use it in New Jersey.
You do not have because they're not a shared wallet.
I know they're not a shared wallet, but that's I'm always driving through Connecticut, and I have Play Sugar House in New Jersey on my phone. I wish at one point in time in the future, if I have Play Sugar House, I'm in Connecticut, I hope I could switch it over, but I don't think that's going to happen since there's different platforms involved.
Well, you're going to see Play Sugar House, DraftKings, and FanDuel.
Okay. Well, I have FanDuel on my phone, too.
No shared wallet.
No shared wallet.
So...
yeah, but Connecticut also has iGaming, too. Is that going to start up pretty soon?
That will be launching.
That's launching, too.
Same way.
All
October
right.
12th, soft launch. October 19th, formal launch. No word on poker yet.
Mm-hmm.
So, but the iGame, the online casinos are going to be doing the soft launch along with the mobile betting. So it's going to be kind of an interesting way to launch everything. I don't know exactly how and if they're all going to launch on the same time, same day kind of thing. But again, the soft launch period starts October 12th. A couple other launches to talk about. We have, over in the Apple Store, we have a new social-first sports betting gaming platform.
In the Apple Store?
In the Apple Store.
I've never been in an Apple Store. I don't have an Apple phone, so I have no reason to go into the Apple Store, but it's a very crowded store in the mall.
Well, when I say Apple Store, it's not just the actual physical stores. It's that's what they call the online portion.
The Apple Store online. But the Apple Store, will that be available in the Apple Store?
Yeah, you walk in. If it's legal in the states, that's in. We have a company called Lucra Sports.
Okay.
It's a social-first sports betting platform. Basically, it takes the social media environments of like Twitter, Facebook, all that stuff, and you can share your betting with the community.
Oh, okay.
So
I never share my betting unless we're doing the pick segment.
Well,
here.
after you make your bet,
because I think BetMGM, and I'm thinking Borgata, they have a way after you make your bet. They said share your picks on social media, and I never share my picks on social media.
I'm seeing a lot of fantasy companies.
I don't even know what that
too.
looks like. I don't think I've ever seen anyone share their bets on
Well,
social
Lucra
media.
Sports has launched via the Apple App Store in 37 states. The only reason I'm bringing this up is because of who some of the investors are. You have the Milwaukee Bucks owner,
all right,
as one of the investors. You have top 10 tennis player John Isner.
Okay.
U.S. women's national soccer team star Julie Ertz. And wherever really you see Julie Ertz, you're going to see Philadelphia Eagles tight end Zach Ertz, who's also another investor.
Great.
So they got some big name investors into the social sports.
So you're saying if you have an Apple, I don't have an Apple device, so I guess I can't take advantage of it. But is it in Jersey and Pennsylvania and things like that?
You'd have to take a look and see exactly what it is.
All
but
right.
One last little launch to talk about: the American Gaming Association launched a new paper, I guess you can call it, or a publication, the Gaming CEO Outlook. This is a publication that combines a measure of recent growth in the industry and future expectations in the industry. And they did this in conjunction with Oxford Economics.
Okay.
I took a look at it. It's a very, very detailed examination of the industry, both current and in the future outlooks. And I recommend everybody who's interested in taking a look at how the industry has recovered, where it is now, where it could be going. Take a look at this Gaming CEO Outlook paper. It's pretty impressive work there.
Interesting, yep.
One other launch I got to talk about, and I thought this was funny. Pete Rose.
Yes, he has a podcast now, or he's going to have a podcast, right?
He launched his own sports betting podcast. So screw you, Major League Baseball. I'm going to talk betting. Yeah. So he will be launching Pete Rose's Daily Picks via Quake Media.
All right.
6 episodes a week. Rose will be offering picks on a variety of sports, including baseball.
Okay.
So congratulations there. And also, what was the other story he was involved with?
I think he's going to do a ceremonial first bet somewhere.
Table game bet.
Okay, in
Hard Rock, Cincinnati.
Yeah, Hard Rock, Cincinnati. That was the report we saw. So, hey, good for Pete. He's embracing the gambling lifestyle like he didn't before, but now he's really
now he can really capitalize on it.
Yeah, no, what the hell?
For a while there, that was not something to talk about, but now he can talk about it.
Hey, like if the MLB is making sports betting deals and putting lines out on the broadcast and doing alternative broadcasts, guess what? Pete Rose could do it.
Well, let's talk a little deal making in the industry here. We have 2 interesting deals that were made. Fubo Gaming announced a multi-year sponsorship deal with the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Great.
Now, keep this in mind. There's no sports betting in Ohio.
Yeah, I wonder how close that is in Ohio.
It's not close at all.
Not close at all?
Not close at all.
Right.
I mean, it's. Let me put it this way. They're about as close as Massachusetts.
Yeah, okay.
So they're
years
there,
away.
but they're not there. But
years away.
Don't know.
Years away.
Hopefully, I think Ohio will pass sports betting before Massachusetts does.
Well, yeah, probably.
I can't tell you what year, but I can tell you they will probably pass sports betting more. But Fubo did a deal with Cleveland Cavaliers. You're going to see Fubo branding all over Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse starting this season, additional visibility on their TV, radio, and social channels. Basically similar deals to all the other sports betting stuff out there.
Okay.
PointsBet did an extension of a 3-year deal with the PGA Tour. You're going to start seeing PointsBet's odds on the PGA Tour linear and streaming broadcast on the Golf Channel and Peacock. Okay. And they're planning to do some incorporations of these statistics on the NBC broadcast. They haven't done that yet.
We saw that BetCast on Peacock from PGA.
That was very good.
That was very good. I like that.
And you know what? They did it seamlessly, too.
Oh, no, it was great. I liked it.
I mean, there have been, at the beginning when people started doing the BetCast, they were just shoehorning the stuff in. But I think PointsBet took their time with it, crafted a really good BetCast version of how to do these sports.
I thought that was very good. I hope they do more of that.
And another quick deal here, Genius Sports did a deal with the Philadelphia Eagles.
Oh, okay.
This one is more of a branding type deal for Genius. Genius has the overall deal with with data for the NFL. They are going to be working with the Eagles at Lincoln Financial Field. Throughout the bars in Lincoln Financial Field and lounges, you're going to see Genius Sports branded statistics being flashed across the screen.
Good.
Everywhere you see a sports bar or lounge in Lincoln Financial, you're probably going to see a Genius Sports branded ticker or some other stats that pop up. So it'll be kind of fun to watch how they do, how they work into the fans into everything. They're trying to get more fan involvement in the sports betting side of everything. DraftKings did a deal to open a new office in Las Vegas.
I thought they already had an office in Vegas. Is this a new office, or is this an expanded office, or what's?
This is a major new office, bringing 1,000 employees to Nevada.
Wow. Okay.
90,000 square foot office.
All right.
And it's going to be the second largest after its Boston headquarters.
Okay.
They've been there for a while. They've done deals with UNLV, and also they have a deal with Golden Nugget Online, which is going to be interesting to see exactly how they can get back into Nevada. And they also do not do fantasy sports in Nevada, just so you know.
Okay.
So this is all about just getting a foothold there. Sport Radar did a deal with the Big Ten.
Okay.
They're going to be relaunching with the Big Ten Network. Sport Radar and Big Ten Network are going to be relaunching the Big Plus.
The Big Plus.
It's spelled B1G. You know the logo B1G for Big Ten?
Yeah.
It's B1G Plus. So it's a digital channel.
Okay, is this going to be a subscription type of thing?
Subscription type of thing.
All
and
right.
also, it's just going to be a channel. There's no sports betting involved with it.
Okay.
At some point, there probably will be.
All right.
But right now, they're just relaunching it to do 1,500 live streams of different Big Ten events.
All right.
And it's a channel that was there before for the Big Ten, but now they're bringing it back using Sport Radar's technology.
Okay.
And Sport Radar is also going to help with the advertising, all that stuff.
Great.
One other quick set of deals, all done by the same company. This company called Low Six. It's a free-to-play game.
Okay.
Free-to-play developer.
All right.
They did deals. Jacksonville Jaguars, PGA Tour, and the European Tour.
Wow, they had a busy week.
All for free-to-play games. With the Jacksonville Jaguars, Low Six is doing Ultimate Jags.
Now, is this a predictive game kind of thing?
It's sort of.
Okay.
It's a combination of, answer questions and trivia as well as do predictive stuff.
Okay.
Same thing with the PGA Tour. They're going to be doing a free-to-play game. That's also going to be in conjunction with PointsBet.
All right. Yep.
It's part of the PointsBet extension. So they're going to be doing free-to-play game to enhance, fan engagement by doing weekly prizes. With the European Tour, it's a pick-em app. It's called European Tour Picks. Every day during a different tournament for the European Tour, you have to answer questions, do predictive outcomes, that sort of stuff. It's all the same stuff, but the fact that they did these 3 deals in this short a time is pretty amazing to me.
Yeah.
So that's it for this week's book report. We had a whole bunch of other stuff to talk about, but didn't have the time. Go to the Turnpike Sports blog, turnpikesportsradio.com, click on the blog, and you'll see these and other stories that we didn't have time to hit in print form.
That'll do it for us this week. We'll see you next time on the Turnpike.